And we are back again. We are Frankly Football. I'm your humble host, Brandon, and I got my man, 100 grand, set it off, Chris in the building.
What's
and
up,
here's
man?
one thing, man. Here's one thing. Chris, you know, whenever we have company in the crib, I like to give a little intro, right?
Right.
When it comes to my dog, Botch Lombardi, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not just a man with 50-11 jobs around these content creator streets, right?
Indeed.
Not just a man who persuaded me and you to start doing this content creator thing.
Indeed. Most definitely.
Chris, I like to say that you and I, along with some of our other compatriots, that's the TI word of the day, come from the same content creator coaching tree. The person that I believe is responsible for that is the one and only my dog, Botch Lombardi. Botch, how are you doing today, sir?
Hey, man. Hey, I can't go fight.
Hey, come on. Hey, man. You know?
Okay.
I hate you.
Hey, man, what's going on with y'all? I mean, appreciate the Hey, look, I don't get a whole bunch of intros in this line of work. You know what I mean? But appreciate you for giving me one. You feel me?
I give people their flowers, Botch. I give people their flowers, man. You know what I'm saying?
This you right here. This you.
Hey, my dog.
Yeah, hug it up. That's it.
So Botch, a few months ago, when I made one of my many phone appearances on your show, you asked, "Hey, Brandon, you ain't invited me on the show in a while. When am I gonna get one of those invites? Are you switching up on?" Yeah, you said that. I remember this, Botch. I hold on to conversation.
But yeah, see, you went out here and added some more work on your plate. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
well, look,
yeah, that's it.
Hey, look, now he got 50, 11, and 2 jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Did I say that?
But wait. There's a reason for that, right? I then text you on the side. I was like, look, man, me and Chris, we kind of want to be able to say that we did it on our own. We stood on our own too. You know what I'm saying? Last week when we had DMV Fanatic, we made an appearance on his show. In the back room, he was like, look, man, you got to be able to put pride to the side. And sometimes a way of that saying that you made it was making use of all of the support system that you had. At that point, I was like, F it. Let me go and send a text to Botch, see what he up to.
No doubt.
And here we are today.
Yeah. Let me say, I respect the angle.
Yeah.
I do respect the, you know what I'm saying? You guys have put in a ton of work, a crap ton of work. I appreciate the mindset of it because I had that exact same mindset. And that mindset keeps me hungry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I come from the Brian Broaddus coaching tree, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I used to see a lot of people try to get Brian Broaddus to come talk to them, and I'd be like, man, I'm not finna beg him. I'm not finna get on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm a blow up on my own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie, when I had built my name and I still wasn't noticed, I was like, hey man, what's wrong with these motherfuckers?
hey, don't you see these numbers? I'm at 100,000. Don't y'all see this?
Yeah. But I learned a valuable lesson because when I got close to Brian Broaddus and Derek Eagleton, they told me something. They said, Vach, we knew who you were a long time ago.
Right.
I personally hate shit like that. Like, tell me you know me, so I can, you know what I'm saying?
You know me, right?
Yeah, tell me you know me. But they said, Vach, we've known very Illuminati. Like they say, Vach, we've known who you are for a long time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And they just been watching. So I tell everybody, hey man, like put your best work on because you never know who's watching. You know what I'm saying? Keep building your profile, keep doing your thing, and keep putting on your best show. Because you never know when somebody's gonna randomly click your show. And if you off your game on that random show, you just lost.
That's it. Yeah, and that'd be the viewer to take you to the next 200, 200, 300 folks that's gonna put you to the next step.
But I've had a ton of respect for you characters, and y'all always put your best work on. So shouts out to y'all. You feel me?
No doubt, man. No doubt, bro. Appreciate it. Absolutely. So, man, hey, we've been dancing around this thing. We're not used to this being the second week of free agency, and the Cowboys made a move. I remember one time because I don't miss shows. We go way back. We do Waters. We do Flames. We've been doing all this kind of stuff. And we would turn around and be the third week of the daggone free agency, and we gonna do a broadcast show for Eric Hendricks. He come on, and we're like, oh shoot, that's a signing. But now you turned around. This time we did some work ahead of time, and we just want to know for you what you think. Are the Cowboys done in this phase of free agency? Because to us, we believe free agency starts with the tampering period, 2 weeks of free agency, the offseason, and dealing with the draft and offseason. Then you get to the guys who get pushed off the roster because people get drafted and things of that nature. Yeah. Then you got the UFL cats. You're going to pull some guys from there. And then you get to the season where you're getting Oxnard and things of that nature. So right now, do you think the Cowboys are done with free agency to this period?
It must be a lot of young people on the social medias that we noticing. I remember, I never get this. I broke a record one time. It was post-draft.
Right.
And the Cowboys signed Everson Griffin.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. That was a COVID year.
We lost our minds over Everson Griffin.
We did. Oh, hey, Brandon's got a thumbnail of all them cats on there that we signed that year. And we did. We lost.
Negro, we signed Everson Griffin. And I was getting some views. I broke records on that video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Paid bills with that show.
Hey, bills off Everson Griffin.
Right.
Cowboy. But that was post-draft, like how we be doing. Like that was a big move for us.
Right.
I find it odd that before free agency even started, we still tampering legally.
Yeah.
You get a starting safety that we don't typically value.
Right.
And you get a starting edge rusher that's better than everybody on your team last year.
Okay.
And somehow people feel like we haven't done nothing.
Right.
It's crazy. I think Rashawn Gary is a good player for you. I think Jalen Thompson is a fantastic player for you.
I think that's the stuff.
Especially per what you used to.
Right.
And I think the Cowboys are setting up this roster so that Christian Parker can go out and play chess.
Okay.
I think the best player. What up, DMV? I think the best player on this Cowboys defense is going to be Christian Parker. You know what I'm saying? So now you just putting together pieces that work for him.
Right.
I remember back in the day, and I'm gonna let y'all talk. Not even back in the day, a couple years ago. I remember telling my guy Foots and Will Steele, I was like, man, it felt like Dan Quinn just want Micah to bail him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was so many games where Dan Quinn just didn't do anything strategically, schematically to get us over the edge.
Right. And he just said, hey, Micah, go find.
Go on, Tank, go on, save us. Go on, Duran and Big. It seems like now Christian Parker is doubling down on, and it's just based on what we see. I would rather dudes that fit me than a better guy.
Okay.
I would rather the dudes that fit me than a better guy. Kobe Durant he's not measurably outstanding like some of these other guys. He's not a Pro Bowler or anything like that. But if he does exactly what Christian Parker need him to do,
he's perfect. He's perfect for him.
If you look at the Vikings defense, they don't have a superstar on that defense.
Right.
But they got dudes that do exactly what Robert Quinn want him to do.
Right.
So if Christian Parker stood on the table and said, hey, give me Rashawn Gary, give me Jalen Thompson, give me Kobe Durant, is a dub for me.
Okay. Because what we've been looking at, and I've been talking to a lot of people. We got a buddy of ours named John Herman. We talk all the time. We take a phrase that we always say, we friends in real life. And we've been talking about you remember the Alden Smith, Justin Smith type deal where they had, where you had Justin Smith going out there whooping ass, and then Alden Smith just ran around and he went and got double-digit sacks, and the whole world thought that was the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah, so I'm trying to find So I'm still trying to find that defensive end that you can go get. But the question goes back with the addition of the third-round draft pick that you end up getting for Osa. Shout out to Osa, sacrificing himself up and getting up out of here, and then turn around. And if we turn around and like I said, what you and Brian have been talking about with 12 and 20, at one point in time, 12 was the heat. Now 12 is kind of like, it is what it is, because somebody's going to fall, because these people suck at drafting, and there's going to be some offensive linemen and things like that fall down that's going to push people. That 20 is the spot where I can maybe go back 3 to 4 piece spots, get me my second round pick, and then kind of load up on the back end.
Sure, I agree. I think if you look and listen, man, some people trying to talk me into trading up to go get somebody. Hey, if they do it, they do it. But I'm not gonna build my analysis around it. I'm gonna build analysis as if we standing there and pick. If you move back from 20, you're gonna get the same type of guys that you would get at 29 that you would get at 20. But I'm more excited about the pick at 20 because you have the range. You can if you at 20, you can get whatever edge, linebacker, corner, or safety you want.
Right.
At 12, you probably gonna get one of two people that's available for you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm much more excited about 20. What's interesting about 91, I believe, 92, the Osa third round pick?
Yeah, 92.
Boy, I would go to all kind of Golden Corral if they could take that and pair it with 20 and go get somebody impressive. Boy, I'm gonna lose some rest if they can take that third and 20 and go get somebody impressive. If I had to draft, I'll draft.
Okay.
But I thought that Osa would be a part of a package to go get somebody else. But I love to have that pick too. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. But see, my thing is, if you go from 12, because of the range of people who are going to be there. I got no before. I think Kansas City went and got Walker and got a running back. I was trying to get back maybe to 16, pick up another second. But I don't know if the compensation was going to be good enough. But I can go to 16. And then kind of let the board kind of fall to me. But at 20, I definitely can go in the second round because I'm trying to get my green dot linebacker in the second round. I'm not trying to get him in the first. I'm trying to get him in the second and then take that third and go get that other piece that I need. That's what I'm looking at. I want people.
If you can get a second round pick, I think you should move on from that damn kick and get your second round pick. But I ain't gonna say that.
Okay. Yeah.
But if you can get your hands on the second round pick,
right?
I would say that it's very similar to what you get with 20. You can get whatever edge, linebacker, safety, or corner you want, whoever you want.
Right.
Because I think at in the second round, somewhere in the 50, let's just say in the 50 somewhere, the options are fantastic in this round. The defense.
Right.
So yeah, you would want to get a whole bunch of them picks. Or shit, you got 92. Try to do some gymnastics to move up from 92 a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go up.
But you are right though. No matter what 12 is, and 12 may not be a linebacker or a safety or a corner. I think 20 and 91. Let me look at it. 20 and 92. I think.
92. Yeah.
So 20 and 92 probably has to be defenders. 12 could be anything.
It could be anything. I mean, because there was one guy that I had my five. Hey. Yeah, I mean, five, we can have some. We can fall in love. We can fall in love at 12. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something, dog. Javonte Williams got like 212 carries last year.
Right.
1,100 yards or something.
Yeah, but
Jeremiah would have got like 17 on them.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. So, and you extend the life of your quarterback another 2 extra years.
I don't even care about that point. Let me tell you what I care about the most.
Okay, give it to me.
When they be like, damn, Vash, what we gonna do when they double team GP and take CD Lamb away? Just give it.
There we go.
Give Jeremiah. Just give it there. Yeah.
It'll be a party in the run game if they pull that off.
It'll be a party in the end zone. Down all that.
But here's and we were talking about. Go ahead, Big.
So, like, I feel like sometimes you just got to take the best player, right? Yeah. Chris, like you said, if in the event that you move back and you happen to be, in a disadvantageous, that's another T I word of the day, spot at like 15, 16.
Right.
Chris, let your board be your board. These other teams have shown you how you can trick it up. Shoot, Dallas has shown you in previous years how you can trick it up by drafting the incorrect player. Then what Jay-Z say in Izzo? Hov did that, so you ain't got to.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's true. I'll give you that. But what I'm saying is, if people turn around, if we get the 5 that once those go off the board, we can pretty much have our way. My 5 are Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, Ruben Bain, Caleb Downs, and Jeremiah Love. Jeremiah Love was my 5th, and everybody look at me like I'm crazy.
Sure.
But I'm saying if I'm moving back, if I end up at 12 was to the point I thought was the hotter brick at that time. It had a better product on it. Mm-hmm. But now I realize 20 really is that get the towers up, get the towers back up.
Well, Chris, I will say this. This particular drug may not be that valuable to us, but it'll be more valuable to other people.
Absolutely. Right.
It's some drugs. It's some drugs white people do that we don't. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
So 12. So we look at 12 and be like, all right, cool, bet, whatever. I don't like 12, but somebody that may be wide receiver needy, 12 may be where the last wide receiver goes
of those three.
So what we got to do is convince. This is old.
Damn.
This is old cat. Just it's an old thing. It's an old thing. It's an old thing Mississippi people say. I've heard an old man say it, but it's actually a song where one man says "scat cat," some other man says "here kitty kitty." You feel me?
I've never heard that before in my life.
Okay, I got you.
When you say "scat cat," another man say "here kitty."
Here kitty. Right.
So we may not be rocking with 12,
right?
But I'll just bring it back to Vegas because we was trying to get them up here. That might Tate might be gone.
Yep.
Lemon might be gone.
Yep.
That might be their opportunity to get Jordan Tyson. You feel me?
There you go. Right.
Hey, Vegas. Hey, you ain't even got to give us max for real, Vegas. Just give us your second round and something else, and we'll be fine. You know.
And it'll be here, kitty, and you turn around, and then you get exactly what you want.
Kitty.
Get exactly what you kitty. So here's my question for you. And I think John and DMV asked the question you wanted to ask to Boch. But Boch, I got this question for you too. Do you feel comfortable with a rookie middle linebacker, CJ Allen, the Hill kid from Texas, as a rookie, as my green dot, or do I need to go get a veteran guy? Old guy for maybe a warm orange Gatorade, because it's different flavors. I'm gonna give him a warm orange Gatorade to come in and move my rookie along. Does that make sense to you, or do you go with the rookie and let him fly?
I do think you need an old dude in the room.
Okay.
Bobby Belt been saying something interesting on the internet. Even saying something fascinating on the radio on the internet. He seems to believe that the Cowboys haven't been as active with linebacker in free agency because a lot of those dudes just don't fit what they want. So we up here saying, damn, dog, we could have got Devin Lloyd. They're saying Devin Lloyd doesn't fit us from these perspectives. Or this player, or this player, or this player, right?
Right.
So I think the Cowboys are going to be really looking for linebackers or players in general.
Gotcha.
They got smarts and they fit the bill from a measurable standpoint. You feel me?
Yeah, big, long, and athletic.
So when we look at the board, I don't think they're going to take a linebacker that's not smart enough to run a defense.
Okay.
I think they're going to only prioritize dudes that's smart enough to run the defense.
Okay.
So with that being said, I think, they would draft a linebacker like CJ Allen because he has the mental capabilities to do so.
Right.
That may take Anthony Hill off the board.
Gotcha.
Because that wasn't his responsibility at Texas necessarily. Not the
what about my kid at Cincinnati? Does that put him in that range as well?
Jake Golday is nice as all get out.
Gotcha.
Yes,
he fits you from a measurable perspective.
Gotcha.
And I know Jake Golday ain't slow because he played 4 damn positions. He shouldn't play nickel and edge and Mike and Will and Sam. He shouldn't do all those things.
Okay.
I know he can. If I had to, I'll just give me 30 seconds to pull his board up. If I had to say Reese goes, Styles goes, Allen, Golday, Schroeder, I wouldn't say Hill.
Okay.
I'm unsure about Rodriguez.
Okay, that was my other one. Okay.
I'm not ready to say no, but I'm unsure.
All right.
Unsure about Barham. I don't think York. I don't think Elliott. I don't think Bocher.
Yeah.
Do you want me to put your board up while you talking?
You can do what you want to
do. Because I think Barnum turns around as from Indiana. He fits because of who the guy he is, and he's played a lot of good football, and he's a smart ball player. But I just don't think he fits the measurable part that they want inside. So I think I understand that all day with that one. So with that being said, then that kind of gives me a perspective why they're not moving on some of these other guys. Is it Enrique from Orke from the Giants who's out there? I think I think he fits from age standpoint, but I don't think he fits and the body type. he just doesn't fit with the intelligence to run this thing a certain kind of way.
And honestly, we should be tired of Cowboys trying to make players fit. You know what I'm saying? We can't just keep trying to make players fit. If they don't fit, then just let it fly.
Let it fly.
I do believe that you can kind of tell that Christian Parker has like an archetype that that he wants. Like you can tell that he has a very broad vision of what he wants. He's drafted a lot of, signed a lot of good DBs over the last week and a half. You know what I'm saying? But in linebacker, where he doesn't have as much history, there's been a little bit more ambiguity. Also, somewhat up front, even though we got like a good set of guys up front already. Yeah. I think when it comes to this draft thing, we're gonna see like the type of body, physical makeup that he wants from like his edge rushers and linebackers. Because I think that with us playing a primarily 3-4 front, even though it's gonna be multiple, he's probably gonna want some bigger guys there. So that opens up the window for some of your guys like your Keldrick Falk at like that 20 area or 12. Look, I know you hate it. I know you hate it. Yeah, look. Look, I was. Oh no!
I was waiting for him to try to.
It's a total fabrication.
Never happened. Yeah,
that's solid.
I knew he was gonna try to send Keldrick Falk down the lane, and I knew you was about to wipe that shit out like Wemby. I knew it was coming. I said, okay, I'm gonna let him go ahead and try to shoot this.
Brandon, we don't have a second round pick, man. How are we gonna take Keldrick Falk?
Excuse me, I mean at 20, your second first round pick. I apologize.
Why would we do that?
Because I think that your coach is gonna want to do things with the guys that he wants to do it with, right? And Keldrick Falk might fit that body type.
Listen, you know what? You know how you got that family member, man, who keep bringing over the potato salad that just ain't quite right, and you done told him 3-4 times, "Hey, dog, don't bring that potato salad over."
I ain't putting no apples in my potato.
Hey man, Brandon been trying to run this Kendrick Falk stuff down folks' throat from day one. He hit me with Kendrick Falk is defensive end 1, and I
why would he say that? Why would Brandon?
You like that
because Brandon just likes to shoot from the hip sometimes.
You know
he got this tape, and he said Kendrick Falk. I said Kendrick Falk isn't that guy. I said Kendrick Falk gives me taco vibes. I said every time I seen him, I start wanting to go welcome to Moe's type feeling. Because he gave me that taco feel. But
I understand what you did there, by the way.
Hey.
Everybody don't get that one. Everybody don't get that one.
Yeah, welcome to Mo. But I'm just saying, if you turn around, if you want to get that long arm defensive end, I think you got to get him in the second round. Malachi Lawrence is my guy. Zion Young is really my guy in the second. I love Zion Young in the second round to get him to aid me up with my twitchy pass rusher if I turn around and get him at 20, but we can do a couple different things.
That's my biggest issue with Keldrick Falk is I would rather the twitchy rusher than the big boy that's going to be on the field a little bit. Also, too, like you can make the argument that Keldrick Falk fits in Parker's 3-4 perfectly.
Right.
Maybe, but I think you can find a lot of dudes that fit that perfectly. But most importantly, what's Keldrick Falk's job in nickel? If you're going to be playing mostly nickel, you're not going to take nobody off the field to put Falk on there to play nickel. Yeah. So I'm valuing other spots like corner and safety than Keldrick.
Gotcha. Okay.
Speaking of corner, that was an excellent opportunity for a segue there. Sure. Watching one of your most recent Crown Global Media shows, if you haven't already subscribed to that, shame on you. I need you to go ahead and do that after you finish watching this, by the way. You talked about how you were conflicted on Jamal McCoy. Yeah. Why exactly were you conflicted with that, sir?
How long ago I say this?
About 8 hours. Y'all did that earlier today.
Was this court?
Huh? It's recorded. We got it in the archive. The question was, well, no, it wasn't that you were conflicted. Okay. Ryan was conflicted because he didn't like that he didn't have any 25 tape. So we've been going back and forth about CB1 and CB2.
Yeah.
My problem is that we have this this fascination for Monsieur Delane on his 25 tape.
Yeah.
And my question is, if we didn't watch any tape on McCoy in 20, if we didn't watch, if McCoy didn't have no tape in 25, did any of us watch 24 tape on the other cornerback?
That's fair.
There we go.
Brian, I said Brian. Brandon, did you lose the board? Do you still have my big board pulled up?
I still have it. I can share it right now.
Go ahead and pull it up.
Number of the word.
So I build my big board just based on tape. I don't account for injuries or nothing like that. So Brandon's gonna pull up the big board for us, and once you get it up there, if everybody look to the far right of the board, Jermon McCoy is my 5th guy, and that's not accounting for injury at all.
Okay,
I think he's the 5th best player in the draft, barring injury.
Boom. Okay,
I think he's incredible. If you look at my cornerbacks, how I got them stacked, I got Jermon over Delane. So when I said this, I probably was conflicted because I like Jermon McCoy tape so much.
Right.
The injury just make things weird. That's what I was conflicted about. So when we get to draft world, I mean, I would like to draft somebody that's healthy, somebody that don't have question marks about him. But just from a film standpoint,
gotcha.
I think McCoy had better film than
Okay, because this has always been my premise when it comes to injury. The further away you're from the injury inside the process, that's why I give you more value. So McCoy's 24 tape was absolutely incredible.
Elite.
Okay, elite. So he got hurt the end of 24. He turned around and didn't play a snap in 25. Now he's back around. Now he's up for the draft. Well, he's not gonna go to camp until May. He's after the draft process in May. So that puts him right around 16 to 18 months removed from the injury. I'm under the premise because the only person I believe that comes back after 1 year of having an ACL torn has adamantium in his body, and that's the only guy that was able to do that. Everybody else, all the other normal humans turn around. It takes them 8 to 10 months to do normal stuff, and to get back to be explosive NFL guy, it takes 18 months. So McCoy is right in that window. Yeah. And if you were to pair McCoy and Ravel together, McCoy, Ravel, Thompson, Durant in the slot, I'm back to a no-fly zone. Shit, I can have Malik Hooker out there just doing Hooker type things, and I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? And that helps my whole unit because I mean, you have to hook it up, but you got to trick it up. You got to do what you got to do. But you turn around because I don't have my elite pass rush guy just yet. I can live because I have a really good no-fly zone in my secondary, and that was my belief.
You ain't wrong, but what I really needed was Jermon McCoy to go to the combine and just run around.
Man,
I know agents recommend this and that, and I know it's a risk and all this kind of stuff, but man, for the sake of, you need this more than we do, Jermon McCoy, honestly. Bro, just go out there and just run around, dog. Because if he went out there and run around and look fine, I take him at 12 and I don't even blink. I take him at 12 and I don't even blink. I like him better than Delane. And look, Delane's nice.
Yes.
But McCoy just, you know what I'm saying, got a little bit more time.
So Vach, you mentioned the combine with Jermon McCoy. You got a bit more connections than me. One thing I always say is my phone ain't gold, but it's like stainless steel or something like that. Were you able to get any? Can you tell us actually if McCoy got a clean bill of health?
I'll text you later.
Okay, there we go. There you go. That's all I gotta be.
No.
But I think the Cowboys don't want to do the red shirt stuff.
Okay.
I'll text you later, but I think the Cowboys don't want to do red shirt stuff.
Okay.
I didn't get a whole bunch of reports on medicals that pertain to I did hear this. I heard that Mesidor's feet Mesidor's feet are okay. So his foot. So Mesidor's foot is okay.
Okay.
I think the McCoy injury stuff is a lot more sensitive.
Okay.
Now, I ain't touching that one loudly, but I do think Mesidor's feet are okay.
So another guy whose feet were bad, who I was excited about, was Banks out of Florida.
Yeah.
That with that metatarsal and all that kind of stuff kind of leads you to the point you don't want to deal with that high that early, and that's definitely a redshirt guy.
Yeah, he's definitely. I mean, I think Banks is like he'll be ready in 6 weeks type hurt. So he's fine. So like July or something, he should be okay. But hell, he's just coming off an injury. I think he's coming off a foot injury too.
Right. So
that might make it a little more weird for him too. So yeah.
Right. Okay.
Fair enough, man. So do you think that Jamal McCoy was like one of those guys that relied on his athleticism heavily to the point where the ACL injury could really, really impact him when he comes back?
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. But I feel like I think he's good all around. I don't think he's just good because he run faster than everybody else. Mm-hmm. I think he knew when to open his hips. I think he knew when to break on stuff. I thought he saw things really well. I do think his athleticism was a big part of his game.
Yeah.
But I think he was an all-around player. But if he's 2 years removed from his injury,
there you go. He's almost back to what he was
athletically, he should be fine anyway. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to see McCoy run around the combine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see him run around the combine. But his technique and his instincts, his ball aggression, plus his athleticism,
absolutely
made him better than Delane, in my opinion.
Right.
But that's just me talking.
Yeah. And you mentioned the instincts. I think that is what leads him to have such good timing in the zone coverage. Because I genuinely think that McCoy can do it all. I think that he's good in man. He's exceptional in his zone. I think that he knows how to read and react to guys' routes. I think that he does it all well. The only question mark that people have is just the lack of 2025 tape.
Unless he's trying to be like unless he don't want to get drafted early by some bad team. And he's trying to
trying to maneuver his way around the draft. Yeah, he's trying to maneuver his way around.
He just sitting out or something. But I really just wanted to see him run. His pro day is going to be important. I don't know how much he does there. But I don't want to overthink all the extra stuff. I'm film guy.
Yeah,
right.
Film guy. And when you cut the film on, that dude's ridiculous.
Hey, listen, that has been DMV, our guys. That has been his dude from day one. He has loved McCoy. He has talked about McCoy. It's really in his rankings is McCoy. He likes the Pounds out of Indiana. I love Pounds out of Indiana. I love Pounds, and then he likes Delane because
he also just mentioned Avion Terrell.
Yeah, and Terrell. Yeah, so those are his guys. What you got, B?
So if you had to find a way to poke a hole in one of these guys' games, what would you define as a critique or a weakness in Delane or McCoy?
If we're nitpicking, Delane's smaller, I guess. If you want to talk about his size, if you got a nitpick,
right?
As far as McCoy, he'll get he's so competitive that he might be susceptible to like a weird double move or something crazy like that. I don't know, but he's normally patient with them and he can recover well. But if I got to, if I got to nitpick, I believe it was like Ohio State or something. He just wanted to. I forgot the receivers. It might have been Emeka Buka. He just wanted to whoop him so bad he kind of overran some a little bit.
Right.
But that's just me nitpicking. You have to nitpick with those guys because they're the top of the top.
Yeah, McCoy can get a little grabby too. He can get a little handsy.
I don't care. Look, I don't even care about him grabbing because in the league, I think they let people grab now. Like I just watching Cowboy football. I think they let motherfuckers grab now.
They let you put paws on. They let you get a little grabby and things of that nature. The long speed on McCoy is better than Delane, things of that nature. But that's what I want to get back. Hey, Bot, I wanted to ask you this question. This goes back to the day when we was at the JOB. I need to know who your spar guys are. Now, if anybody don't know, if you go this far back, if you've been following boxing from the beginning, you got to be a spar guy. Spar is a speed, power, ass whip guy. Who are your top 3 speed power ass whip guys in this year's draft?
Man, so just the all ass whoop team.
All ass whoop. Yeah, I need an all ass whip.
I'm gonna give you a couple names then.
Okay.
I think Francis Mawanoa, ass whooper.
Okay.
Here's a name that people may not be talking about as much, but Jalen Farmer, guard from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Line up against Georgia and just assaulted all them kids.
Yeah, okay.
Ass whoop.
Okay.
Caden McDonald, defense tackle from Ohio State.
Ass whoop.
Whoops feet. Our linebacker, Josiah Trotter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
nice.
Isn't that Jeremiah Trotter's brother?
They all related.
Yeah, they all cousins. They all cousins.
They all kids somehow.
Yeah.
Definitely lock him in. He's a 1-on-1. Man, who's another ass whoop guy? I'm trying to get y'all a good ass whoop guy.
Yeah.
Messidor is an ass whoop guy.
Oh yeah, all day long.
That's Chris's guy. That's Chris's guy. Like it's Bane and then Messidor.
Messidor, nice man.
Listen, man.
Honestly too, I had to get out of my head about Messidor because I was being phony about the injury. If we didn't know that Messidor was like hurt guy, if like old or bad feet, is he a first round pick? Like a first round talent type guy, like a top 10?
Yes.
No, not top 10. He's not top 10.
No, not top 10.
Top 10. But the thing about it is, you get Messidor. Here's your thing: you turn around. If you got Messidor like at 23 and ended up with an extra second, hey, listen here.
Come on,
I'm showing out. I keep bail money for stuff just for those purposes, because you can turn around and get whoever you get at 12. Match you put Messidor in front of Gary or Sam Williams or Izaraku. Man, come on, bro. Come on.
I got Messidor as my 14th best player.
In the whole so he's a first rounder. He's a first rounder in your book.
As my 14th best player behind. Well, he's over Cassius, Melo, and Thomas from Oklahoma. Like, he's better than all those guys to me.
Absolutely, yeah, right. So he's even though people act like he's the complimentary or he's the consolation.
And he was out there. He was. I don't know.
Shit, man.
I don't know. Look, Bane is nice, but some of them games, Messidor was out there bitch by himself. Brandon knowing, and you know as well, I got to watch him in real life, and I was like, God dang, I felt bad for them folks, babies on our team, trying to block him, man. That dude was no fun at all. He was no fun. Yeah. So that's your all ass whoop team.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And for reference, Vach, I got Messidor as my 16th player, like first player at the top of the second.
Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you good? We good? We kicking it.
So if I had to, just to try to piggyback off of what you were saying, Chris, a spot guy, a guy who just go out there and they might bite a guy's ankle off or something like that. Chris.
Oh yeah.
I tell you how I like scout the helmet sometimes. When it comes to defense, I just go look at a lot of these Georgia guys. You know what I'm saying? CJ Allen, Chris. I love some CJ Allen. I got Akeem Messidor higher than him, but dog, when it comes to doing it all and showing your teeth like a pit bull when you're doing it, dog, I love what CJ Allen brings to the team from a physical and a mental standpoint.
Yeah. Physical, you said it. The one thing that kind of jumped out to him, and when I watch linebackers, I watch him in a row a little bit. So I watch like Styles, Hill, and then CJ Allen back to back. And I'm just like, ain't nobody thumping offensive linemen like CJ Allen.
Right. Yeah.
Like, he ain't ducking no blockers. He's getting square, punching and extending. I love smart instincts. I don't even think he's bad in coverage. I just don't think he's athletic enough to get to spots quicker than other guys, but I think he gets to the right spot. You know what I'm saying? Right. Leader, communicator. I like all that. You know what I'm saying? I got him. He's in my second round grades, but going the first round somewhere. I like CJ Allen.
He could.
The thing we're looking at for this team building wise, and DMV had said this last week, and give him shout out, is that you got to kind of get your caste system in place where we're too top heavy with certain players. You've got to get that middle tier, young, athletic, cheap, to say the least, instead of us going out here and spending money on these guys that, you know, the Urike and all those guys. We can get this young cheap talent that run fast side to side, ain't afraid to hit nothing, and be able to go forward. Because we're kind of betting on Overshown staying healthy, because next year you're like, can he stay healthy? And do I sign him to an extension if he can stay? If Overshown gets me to week 15, I'm just trying to find an extension for Overshown. I ain't trying to find him no long money, because he got to show me he can do that 2 years in a row.
Absolutely.
Follow me?
I think this is last year under contract.
This last year under contract. So if he get me past Thanksgiving and he playing, I start figuring out how I can get him an extension. Yeah. I don't want to, and really, depending on how they're playing this thing, they may let the market see what it is. But if he's young, he fits what Parker wants to do, and you're putting him beside a young C.J. Allen or Rodriguez or somebody like that, and they're working together. Yeah. That's one less hole I got to feel going into free agency. So Overshown fills a lot of needs for me if he can stay healthy.
I would agree, but I wonder if the Cowboys think about him not playing the whole season and they're preparing for life without him. I'm just curious if that's how they feel.
As you should.
I wouldn't knock.
Yeah. But ACLs and all of that, man. You would be foolish if you didn't consider that.
But the thing about it is, what I look at is they signed Sam Williams for $3 million. If you sign an extension for Overshown for 2 years for $8 million and front loaded with the guaranteed money at $5 million, shoot, that's a 1 year deal anyway. So you win it.
Sam Williams still making too much money to me. But go ahead.
Hey, man, Sam better learn how to run fast in a straight line, Botch.
$3 million is too much money.
$3 million, yeah. Man. Hey, that's that. Man, what's my money?
Rashawn Gary making just $2 million more than Sam. Just to let you know what we got.
Hey, look, and that should tell you everything you need to know right there.
Man, that's crazy.
So Vach, I've heard ad nauseum, another T I word today, about how you would not be opposed to taking like the best offensive player on the board at 12. Yeah. Would you feel that way at 20 as well?
No, because I think the board opens up a little more at 20. Just like I mentioned earlier, 20 is so open that you can't get wiped out at 20. It's impossible to get like 12 is different. I think top 15 picks operate differently. If you're the second overall, like if you the Jets, it ain't a whole bunch of options at 2 overall. It's one really.
Yeah, that's it. Right.
If you're at 4th overall, it may be 3 options. If you're at 6, it may be 2 options. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you're at 12, especially with this draft, considering the guys in this draft, you basically just got to take whoever falls to you.
Gotcha.
The Cowboys only going to have 11, 12, 13 first round grades.
Right.
So if you're drafting at 12, just be happy with whoever you
get. Be happy with whatever fell to you.
That may be Jordan Tyson, wide receiver from Arizona State. I'll take it. That may be Jeremiah Love, running back Notre Dame. I'll take him. If it's Francis Maldonado from Miami, I'll take him. However, if you at 20 taking offense, I think that's foolish, because the player that you got graded that makes sense at 20, there's an edge, linebacker, corner, or safety that fits
that spot. Yeah.
That perfectly. 20 is totally different than 12.
Okay. Excellent to hear.
Chris, how many times do we get in the 7th round? Somebody draft somebody in the 7th and go, "Hey, that's a reach." I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get to a certain point, the board opens up a little.
So why? Yeah, if everybody's available to you, all right, man. I can. Do I want to battle for undrafted free agents for this guy? Let me go and take him. But that's a reach, because I could have got him as an undrafted guy.
Unless Jeremiah Love fall to 20, that's a different conversation.
Hey, Chris, I can't say it's impossible, right? Because
Go ahead, please.
I can't say it's impossible because I watched your video of us drafting CD Lamb. I still feel sorry for that chick.
I called it out too.
Hey, man.
Yeah, you did. You did call it.
Look, I didn't just call CD Lamb to Dallas. I was like, oh, they taking Kinlaw right there. Oh, they taking Tudor right there.
Yep.
Oh, they taking Terrell right there.
Yeah, when they took Terrell.
But teams do that to you. The reason I say Jeremiah Love at 20 is because Jeremiah Love is one of my first rounders. Like, he's one of my first round grades, and he's top 5 on my board. Jeremiah Love is my 3rd best player. So if your third best player is there at 20,
it's in at 20, right?
But for the most part, Love should be gone and take a defender at 20.
Yeah, that's it. Of course. Chris, I'm kind of gonna field that same question to you because you've been on the, we could take Jeremiah Love at 12 campaign as well. Would you consider like taking one of those wide receivers at 20 if that happened to be the case? Or
no,
do you think that
not at 20. I wouldn't take one of those offensive guys at 20 because I'm trying to just get better. My biggest, what I want more work. I want more work that I can put out on the street at 20. I need to get in the second round. I'm trying to package up that second. If that second, I can get that second and get to that third. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm really trying to recruit this first round pick I gave away to the Jets for Quentin Williams. That's my problem. Because I'm going to turn around. Right there. Yeah. And they're going to turn around and get whichever pick is worse. They're going to get that automatically. So I'm trying to figure out a way. I need Drew Aller, Nussmeier. I need somebody to just shoot up on one of these pro days that they push they push so good that somebody wants them, so I can get another first round draft pick in 27. That's what I'm hoping for. But
for what it's worth, Chris, with those quarterbacks, it's definitely possible. Like look at the way the teams perceived Jackson Dart last year, and I learned this because of how big of a fan you were in Jackson Dart's prior year to him getting drafted.
Yeah, I like
Drew Aller and Garrett Nussmeier both had much more impactful 2024 film than 2025. Drew Aller didn't get hurt and whatnot, played out of that world. Drew Aller was amazing in 2024. So if a team tries to look at one of those guys in the same light that they did Jackson Dart, saying, okay, let's look at the overarching package of them, I definitely think that they can go earlier.
Yeah, I mean, if Atlanta,
Chris Tyler sucked in the first round, Chris. So anything's possible. A lot of these teams suck at draft.
But see, if Atlanta turns around and says, "Okay, we just went and got Tua for this first year. Let me go and get Drew Aller, but I'm going to turn around and give up a pick. Then I'll take Atlanta's pick, fall back, get a first round pick, another first round pick next year. That one I'm working with really 3, but really only 2. Then I recruit what I want. But right now, because Christian Parker has to basically rebuild this defense a certain kind of way, because sometimes we said they need 10 new players. Now we kind of got they need 7. But if they can get maybe 4 or 5 and then just let it fall where it may, that we won't rebuild it totally in 26, we'll at least have pieces to work with in 26, that in 27 we're okay. That's what I'm trying to work for. I'm definitely trying to get that second back. I'm just tired of the ass giving away 4th round draft picks like it's candy, man. I got Mingo. Yeah. I got Mingo with a 4. I turned around and gave away for what's the quarterback, the dude that's out here. Yeah. I got Trey Lance for a 4th. You know, my problem was with the 3rd for George, because I knew they were gonna get rid of him. Why didn't you get his ass a 5th? They was gonna get rid of George anyway. George was quote unquote a problem in the league. Give a 5th for him, a 5th for him with a conditional 4th if he played out. That'd been perfect. I'd been fine with that. But no, we constantly giving away 4ths where we've gone out and got players. Because your quarterback that's all-time leading on your franchise was a 4th round pick.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know, guys you got was a 4th round pick. You drafted ball players in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. About 2 as Brandon did his research, about 2 players out of those 3 rounds every year. You get a guy in those areas that end up being ball players that play meaningful snaps for your team. Stop giving away damn 4th round picks. Stop giving away picks in the top 100. That's just asinine to me.
So, Vaj, I promised that we weren't going to keep you here long. So I wanted to kind of pick your brain for something that people that want to do, the draft evaluation process a little better. What is your, process or mantra when you are evaluating a player, when you're watching film? Do you have a process that you go through?
Yeah, man. First thing you do is don't overthink it. I think film is for everybody. I see a lot of people on social media that get mad when people like they're mad at the idea that people have access to film. I'm not one of them people. I think that's you should be responsible for who you listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I tell people all the time, trust your own eyes. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be Belichick or whatever. You don't have to be some, Mike Mayock, Dan Jeremiah. You don't have to be them people to watch a player and be like, oh, well, it looks like Francis Manoa is whooping this dude. Or it looks like Cardinal Tate just caught the ball over this cat.
Right.
We all got eyes.
Damn, boy, Mekhi Lemon found a way to get open, right? You don't have to know the technical word for it. Go find a YouTuber to break down the technical side of offensive line. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Right.
But when I'm watching, and look, I have a high success rate too. And this ain't me talking shit, but this is just me being honest. I have a high success rate because I don't overthink stuff. I look at a player and I go, are they doing their job adequately? And then I go, are they doing their job better than some other player at this same position that I've watched already?
Right.
And that's how I get by. So, for example, one of my biggest hits, and it was, kind of obscure, but I was like, hey, man, DeJuan Jones is the best tackle in this draft. And I think that he's better than Paris Johnson. DeJuan Jones is the right tackle from Ohio State. Paris was the left tackle. And I think what ended up happening was the analytic nerds got into Paris and they said, well, Paris is this size, he moves this well, and if you do X, Y, Z, he can develop and be fantastic. I said, DeJuan Jones grabbing the shit out that boy, and he ain't letting him go.
Right.
Sometimes it's that simple.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. I took that, and I'm gonna make you laugh. So, I was visiting Ohio State, right? And I'm sitting there talking to Brian Hartline, right? Now he was the wide receiver coach, OC at Ohio State, and I said, hey, I think DeJuan Jones. I think DeJuan better than Paris. He's like, oh no, he ain't. I said, hey, coach, he's better. He looked at me. He said, I said, coach, he's better. He said, we're going to get back at it. So, when DeJuan was whooping ass, I texted him. I said, I told you, and he laughed.
Yeah. You got there every day, right?
So I said, coach, hey, I know you here every day, and I know you work with wide receivers. Now, these wide receivers you got over here, and I was up there when he had Mecca was up there, Marvin Harris Jr. was up there, Noah Rogers was up, Cornell Tate was out there whooping people's ass. I said, hey, that dude right there is better than him. And he was like, and he just popped out. I was a dad, I'm in the process. I'm like, nah, this is what I see. So I just wanted to let you know that, I saw it. And it was hard. So I want to let you know that,
Sometimes it's simple as just like we're all football fans. And you may not know I don't know all the nuances of, I don't know DB better than DMV does. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't, like DMV play like running back or something. So I believe so he knows much more about running back than I do.
Right. Yeah,
I know more about O-line than him, but that ain't stopping either one of us from being right or wrong about running back or O-line.
That's true.
Or sharing the knowledge that you got between each other to make each other better at y'all craft.
I tell everybody trust their eyes. So the one thing I do, just to answer your question, Brian, one thing I do is I don't overthink it. I don't get caught up in the arm length. I don't get caught up in all the other stuff. Can you play first of all, and how you look versus your peers or whatever.
Got it. Hey, I got one more. So because you've been doing this so long, and people may not have been following you back in the day when you was at the JOB, and you was out there and doing your thing. You had this one. This is the all-time best tape if you ever saw, and it's Mr. Miles Jack. And to let you know how far we go back.
Hey, I remember. That was when I first started watching Vosh, bro. You took it back, Chris.
Let me tell you something, now. Let me tell you something. A lot of people was fighting for Jalen Smith that year.
Yes, sir.
You can't tell me nothing about Miles Jack. Miles Jack will go out there and play the Mike linebacker better than you ever seen for 15 plays.
Right.
Get on the line, sack the quarterback. Go out and play nickel, cover your receiver. And damn, next drive get a damn touchdown playing running back. There wasn't no damn body better than damn Miles
Jack. Miles Jack was that guy. And as the years have gone by, I need to know this year who's your Miles Jack award winner for your tape this year.
Yeah, ain't no Miles Jack this year, boy. Ain't no Miles Jack ever. Because Miles Jack been college football player I've seen. There'll never be another Miles Jack.
Never be another Miles Jack.
Man.
Okay.
I'll just give that award to the player that I got ranked the highest in the draft.
Yeah.
And I got Arvell Reese. Reese is similar to what Miles Jack can do. It's interesting. I see some people, Reese might be the best linebacker prospect I ever seen. I'm always never seen Miles Jack.
Never seen Miles Jack.
Hey, I love it, man.
Hey, I'm telling you, man, I remember he was breaking them down. And like I said, I was doing my thing. I was just starting my logistics business. He was coming from the JOB. He was like, Miles Jack is the best guy out here. And when we turned around and drafted Jalen Smith and Miles Jack went right to the Jaguars, the next pick, man, I cussed so loud that day. Like, that don't make no kind of sense. Because ain't nobody could have seen this tape of what Miles Jack was doing. And you already knew Jalen wasn't going to play for a year.
Yeah.
And Miles Jack was more hurt than Jalen, ain't that
right? Bone to bone. He had bone on bone in his knee. He already knew it and turned around. Here go the crazy part. Miles Jack still ended up having a long career than Jalen Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Miles Jack was nice till he got constantly hurt. But Arvell Reese is nice, man. Reese plays linebacker and he plays pass rusher damn near to the same level to me. I don't think it's any drop off or whatever. I do think one day we all, as like draft people, we all got to have a conversation about the two position players and what that means.
Right.
It was Travis Hunter last year. So this year's Arvell Reese, right? Like, what do you do with a guy to where if you look at Reese as just an edge, he may not be the best edge.
No.
Or if you look at him as just a linebacker, he may not be the best linebacker. But when you put those dudes together, they make more draft points and they ended up getting drafted higher than that. I think one day we got to have a conversation and like figure out the value of a versatile player. But Miles Jack is my 2026. What'd I say? Arvell Reese is my
2026. Miles Jack
Award winner. Yeah,
that's what's up. That's what.
Damn, boy, Miles Jack's so good, boy.
Yeah, man.
Special, dog. Chris, you unlocked the core memory. That was one of the first videos that I ever remember watching.
Hey, man, listen, man. You gave him his flowers earlier, but this thing with Vach is a little bit deeper than that. Vach gave life and belief to a lot of people who listened to him back at that time. I never forget it. I was in the back of that damn van, and I had one route. And he said, man, I'm just going to go get after this, man. I'm going to sell out and I'm going to make this YouTube thing work. And I sat there that day and said, God damn it. Shit, if he going to go out there and go do it, shit, what's stopping me from going to go do it? And I turned around, put 3 more routes out there on the road, changed my life. And I was able to recruit with my kids the right kind of way. Cause a dude that I was watching in the one spot doing his thing, no soundboard, basic, just dropping knowledge every time and making it accessible to all of us. And that, that's the love I got for this dude, man. That's the love I got for this dude. And I appreciate him for being who he is, man. And never thinking too much of himself not to give back to this whole community. So I appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. I still want my shot glass, but I don't know when that's gonna come.
Yeah, man, I gotta make them for. I gotta make them. I'm gonna ship them.
Don't make them, man. Hey, man, I got plenty of cigars. I got plenty of bourbon, but I need my shot glass before I show out.
I got some stuff in the works. I got some stuff. I got you.
No doubt.
But I don't think you really need to. But go ahead and tell the people who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
I don't want to. I'm just here to show love and kick it with y'all.
Okay.
They want to find me.
That's love. That's love.
They want to find me. That's fine. I just want to.
I said Google him, man.
I just want to kick it with y'all. That's all good.
Absolutely,
up,
bro.
That's it, man.
So, Vach, me and Chris are just like the new Avengers. You remember at the end of Thunderbolts, it said the new Avengers. That's like me and Chris. You know what I'm saying? Chris like Bucky because he, you know what I'm saying, he got the arm. You know what I'm saying? He all professional, like, right?
Yeah.
I'm like Black Widow's sister. You know what I'm saying? I just get stuff done all the time, man. I just get stuff done, man.
like you chose to be Black Widow's sister, or that just happened to be.
That's just the role that I feel. That's just the role that I feel.
You know, hey, that's
what is her name?
I didn't make it.
Her name is Yelena. She just gets stuff done, man. I remember at the beginning of the movie, everybody else was talking, man. She just pulled out the stick, kill Ghost. You know what I'm saying? So she just get the job done, and that's just what I do. Chris being Bucky, man, he's a lot more calculated in the way that he puts his takes together, in the way and everything that he brings to the show. And I couldn't do it without him. You know what I'm saying? Chris networks and all of that a lot better than I do. So a lot of our connections that we made as a channel, as a conglomerate, is a result of Chris.
I got to get better at doing that too.
Absolutely. Look, Chris is a social butterfly. I'm not gonna lie. Chris is a social butterfly. I'm very introverted, extremely introverted. But what that means is the Avengers couldn't be the Avengers without everybody. Frankly, football wouldn't be a thing without the both of us.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm. So, Chris, you got an analogy of what we are today?
Hey man, listen, man. B go with the comic book thing. I go with simple things that people can deal with, man. Me and B are like the dude.
Nobody watch no damn Thunderbolt doing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do stuff that you normally do. Me and B is like the two cats at the 7-Eleven. One's in the cooler, putting the drinks away. B at the counter, making sure the hot dogs is ready, man. We are forever together. Be frankly football, man. We thank you so much, Box, for coming, spending time with us and kicking it with us, man. Listen, we're going to keep going out here, trying to drop as much content as possible. Do the 4 things, man, that are free to you. Make sure that you like, that you share, you subscribe. Throw a comment in there. Give us your greatest, who your guy is. Give me your favorite comic book character in the comments, because we like the comments so we can interact, man. And we will forever together be frankly football, man. So until next time, peace.